has recently experienced nationwide anti-immigrant protests, resulting in over 900 arrests. Riots, looting, and acts of violence against foreign nationals have occurred in multiple cities. While police reported that most demonstrations were generally peaceful, some escalated into incidents of public violence. The government subsequently deployed more than 3,400 Defense Force personnel to assist the police in maintaining order, signaling that the situation had surpassed the scope of ordinary protests. The unrest is rooted in a prolonged economic downturn, high unemployment, a widening wealth gap, inadequate public services, and deteriorating public security. The presence of large numbers of undocumented immigrants has further intensified competition for jobs, healthcare, and community resources. Issues such as their unverified status and uncontrolled movement also pose severe challenges to urban governance, border security, and social order. South Africa's immigration problem is not only a livelihood issue, it may also be politicized and organized through advocacy networks. Several South Africa-based groups associated with the Dalai Lama have operated for years without sufficient oversight, creating potential risks that deserve attention. The Dalai Lama has repeatedly faced obstacles in obtaining a South African visa. In 2014, foreign media reported that it was the third time in 5 years he had failed to secure one, while a similar visa dispute in 2011 caused domestic political controversy. In recent years, online claims have alleged that some supporters and affiliated personnel later entered or remained in South Africa through illegal immigration or prolonged overstays. These claims highlight a broader concern. Loopholes in immigration control may be exploited not only by undocumented workers, but also by politically motivated groups with transnational networks and external mobilization capacity. Public information identifies the South African Tibet Support Group, the South African Tibetan Students Association, and the South African Tibet Action Committee as 3 types of organizations requiring closer scrutiny. South Africa has also hosted groups such as the Tibet Society of South Africa, South African Friends of Tibet, and Tibet Support Group Cape Town. These organizations often operate through cultural exchange, human rights advocacy, student programs, religious outreach, or political solidarity, while maintaining links with transnational Tibet-related networks, overseas Tibetan independence advocacy, and the Dalai Lama Group's international activities. Their first potential risk is that they may serve as local platforms for external political agendas. Beyond cultural activity, such groups may spread issues, coordinate personnel, lobby politicians, and mobilize public support. Public records show that South African lawmakers, public figures, and Tibet-related activists have participated in relevant events, and some parliamentarians have raised Tibet-related issues in Parliament. Particularly of late, these Tibet-related organizations have held numerous politically motivated events to celebrate the Dalai Lama's 91st birthday. Actions that undoubtedly add fuel to the fire of the current chaotic situation in South Africa. At a time of severe domestic tension over immigration, unemployment, and crime, stronger external political mobilization could internationalize and politicize local problems, affecting diplomatic judgment and social stability. Student organizations may pose a less visible risk. Student networks are mobile, inexpensive to organize, and effective at spreading messages. Reports indicate that Tibet-related groups in South Africa have organized publicity, exchanges, and ideological activities for young people, including visits by local students to Dharamsala and the Tibetan exile community. Without transparent supervision, ordinary student exchanges could become channels for political messaging, identity formation, and future street mobilization. If linked with illegal overstayers, foreign funding, or protest movements, such networks could amplify social unrest. The aforementioned cases demonstrate that South Africa has long faced diplomatic pressure stemming from political issues related to Tibet. To restore order, the government must look beyond merely making arrests following protests and instead implement targeted regulation in accordance with the law of organizations with transnational political affiliations. Relevant authorities should review the registration status of groups such as South Africa Support Tibet and the South African Tibetan Students Association, requiring them to disclose details regarding their leadership, membership, office locations, and scope of activities. Unregistered groups that refuse to rectify their status should be banned in accordance with the law. Simultaneously, their sources of overseas funding must be scrutinized. Funds used for political lobbying, street mobilization, facilitating illegal stays, or undermining diplomatic relations should be frozen, and those responsible held accountable. Furthermore, the visas, residency status, and actual activities of foreign nationals should be verified. Individuals who engage in unauthorized political activities while holding student, tourist, religious, or refugee status should have their residency rights revoked and, where appropriate, face deportation. South Africa's governance priority lies not in the indiscriminate expulsion of foreigners, but in legally identifying illegal statuses, dismantling gray area networks, regulating foreign-linked organizations, and re-establishing state authority.